morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Right. Did I say you guys to do anything yesterday? Did I ask you to do anything? No? Nothing? I remember, right? I remember something I told you guys to do yesterday. What did I ask you to do yesterday? Guys, am I audible? Guys, are you there? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good then. So tell me, did I ask you guys to do anything yesterday? So, yeah, I remember. That's one thing I asked you to do. That is about the ozone hole in the polar region. I asked you guys to find out whether there is any correlation between the temperature of the stratosphere there and ozone depletion. Okay, that is one thing. And apart from that, I asked you guys to draw this world climatic zones. And apart from that, I asked you to make a single sheet for each of the climate and write. Okay, so anyways, yesterday only equatorial zone completed, right? So did you guys write anything related to it? One single sheet where I asked you to divide climate, people and economy, flora, fauna. Did you do it? No? Forgot. Okay. Yeah, I mentioned almost everything. That I know. I asked you guys to write for all the climate, but I didn't ask you to write even before I complete the class. Okay, I asked you to write after completing class only. Yesterday equatorial got completed, so all I wanted you guys to do is just write the equatorial zone, the equatorial climate, how things are there in the equatorial climate. Okay, not all the climates. If that is the case, then no purpose of the class, right? You could do yourself. Okay, so I wanted you to write after I complete the class, right? That is for your purpose, because when you are going to the examination hall, you cannot read from the book, you cannot read from the slides, you won't be having that much time, you won't have enough time. Even for the preliminary examination, mains examination case is even worse. Okay, you cannot do that while you are going for the examination. Okay, so all that you can do is you can write world climatic zones, each of the climate zone in one single sheet, so that while going for the examination How many climates are there? 11 climates, right? Hardly it will take you half an hour to complete it if you write and revise from your own paper. That's why I asked you to do yourself. Okay, that's not a problem. See, you can write after all the climates also. You can write now also. The thing is, if at all you remember, as long as you remember, as long as you are able to remember the things that I'm saying in the class, it's fine. Okay, all I want is I don't want you to forget anything from what I thought, or I don't want you to forget anything from the climate, because every year question will be there from climate. Without any doubt, every year one question will be there definitely from one of the climate, and especially those climates would be equatorial rainforest, savanna, the Sudan type. Sometimes it's from the monsoon. So there are Mediterranean, for example. Some important climate zones are there. But apart from that, every year one question, at least one question will be there from climatic zones. Okay, even is last year, if you take people who have seen this 2020 question paper, do you remember any question related to desert vegetation? Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember about this desert vegetation question? I think the same question they asked in 2019 also. They just copy pasted the same question again in 2020. Okay, and before that, equatorial rainforest related question was there. Right? Do you guys remember? Equatorial question, Sina. Okay. Right, equatorial question also, desert vegetation also. I'll tell you what, right? 2020, there was a question related to ocean mean temperature. Okay, there was a question related to ocean mean temperature. And if you concentrated on oceanography, you would have answered it. Then there was a question related to cyclone and jet stream. So cyclone, in tomorrow's class, we will cover cyclone. Okay, so cyclone. Then there was a question related to minerals, about Siachen Glacier, Mekong. Okay. Right. There was a question related to desert vegetation. So keep that in mind. It's for your own good, I'm saying. It doesn't matter whether you write or not. My job is done. It's up to you. Whether you want to be serious or whether you don't want to be serious, it's up to you entirely. Right. Okay, anyways. So shall we dive into today's class? Yesterday someone told me that in NCRT they mentioned land breeze and sea breeze as an example for local winds, right? Someone told me yesterday. Was it Arjun?
Yes, it's me.
Okay, so it was the 7th standard book, right? 7th standard environment.
Yeah,
Geography
right,
environment book. Okay, yeah, I also seen. It's a mistake from NCRT part. If you see the 12th standard book, sorry, 11th standard book, the fundamentals of physical geography, there they have clearly mentioned, okay, land breeze and sea breeze comes under entirely a separate topic, not included in the local winds.
Okay, sir, I will correct it.
Okay, so no, it is not that classification. Sea wind, sea breeze and land breeze never come into this local wind classification. Okay, so even if not that case, not a big problem. Nobody is going to ask you to classify different types of winds. Okay, so local winds are basically this tertiary winds which is there in the slides here. Okay, shall we move on?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, good. So this is what we were discussing. You can see the places where different types of winds are there. Okay, then Pampiro, Chinook, right, Mistral, Phone. Okay, so many winds are there, and there is one wind here called Armatan, right? So these are important. So we started with equatorial. So what I usually do is in my class, geography class, I usually ask students to draw the pressure belt system and the climatic zones. That charted box is there, right? Yesterday we have seen the charted box. So those two things I usually ask my students to draw in the class. So who's ready to draw today? If you are not ready, I will tell your name. That's the only difference. Are you there?
What to draw, sir? The pressure belt?
Pressure belt system and the say each person like only one thing is enough. What you do is you better draw the yesterday's checker box. Yesterday we saw a box, right? Different climate zones, checkered box. If you draw that one, it is enough. Are you able to draw? Are you Arjun?
Sir,
Are you able to draw, Arjun?
there is no option to draw here. There is
Okay.
no.
Okay, just a minute then. Now any options available? Yes, you guys can try now. I just now enabled annotations. AFLA. So come on, guys. Someone here.
No, sir, I just tried it. The screen is too small, sir, to draw.
Screen is smaller. Anyways, you are going to just draw the box. So you are seeing in your mobile phone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good.
Sir, what am I supposed to do next?
Nothing. Just draw the box that different climatic zones are there, right?
Oh, right.
Yes. If you are not able to write, just tell me. In this box we have monsoon climate. In this box we have Sudan climate. If you say that much, it would be enough. So Biju is drawing now. Who's drawing? Whether is it Biju or Arjun? Or both of you?
I have drawn 4 rows. The bottom row is drawn by Biju.
Okay, no problem.
Sir, 0 to 10 degree equatorial climate.
0 to 30 degree?
Equatorial climate.
No, 0 to 10 degrees
0 to
equatorial
10,
climate.
0 to 10, yeah.
Yes, 0 to 10 degrees equatorial climate. Okay, good then.
Ten to 30 monsoon.
Okay.
And 30 to 45, there is a moderate temperature, moderate climate.
Okay. Then.
Also we can mention it as British climate.
Okay. Good. Then. What else?
ചിലപ്പം കോഴിക്കോട് പോകണ്ടേ ഇറങ്ങി വെറുതെ
Guys. Shanul, your mic is on.
Sure.
സോറി സാർ.
Okay, no problem. Right. Good anyway. So what you guys do is after the class, try to write and practice this one. Okay. After the class, try to practice. Okay. Shall we move on to next one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So do you guys remember about Walker cell? Do you guys remember about Walker cell?
Yes, sir.
What is the Walker cell?
Sir, in the Pacific Ocean, the central region is hotter,
Hmm.
and it mixes with the Peruvian cold current and forms warm current.
Yes. Yes. Good. Okay. So that's all the basic is. So this is what we were discussing yesterday. Okay. If you see the region, you can see that from 0 to 10 degree it is hot wet equatorial climate, where equatorial rainforest you can see. Then from 10 to 30 degree north, we have monsoon type, Sudan type, hot desert type. From east to west, if you arrange it in such a way. Then from 30 degree to 45 degree, it is China type climate, steppe climate, Mediterranean climate. This zone is known as warm temperate zone, and the next zone is the cool temperate zone between 45 degree north to 65 degree north. And then finally, it is the cold zone, that is 65 degree north to 90 degree north. Right? So these are the different zones. Okay, you can see that ice caps near Arctic and Antarctic region. Then if you come little below, that is higher latitudinal region, but below the ice cap region, it is the tundra type of climate, or also Siberian climate. Okay, so then comes the subarctic type, then highlands, marine west coast, which is denoted in green color, dark green, then humid continental region, which is light green. Then apart from that, Mediterranean climate is there, which you can see near the Mediterranean areas. And apart from that, arid zones are denoted as the orange to green, orange to yellow color. Orange is the semi-arid and yellow is the arid regions. And apart from that, wet and dry regions are there. Okay, so these are equatorial climate which we saw yesterday. It is also known as the hot wet equatorial climate, which is equatorial rainforest climate, which is also called as equatorial evergreen forest, which is also called as tropical moist broadleaf forest, which is also called as lowland equatorial evergreen rainforest. Okay, so this word evergreen is not only associated with the equatorial climate. Okay, evergreen is also associated with the tundra climate. Okay, we see why tundra climate is also called evergreen when we go to tundra, right? So this is what we saw yesterday: heavy precipitation around 27 degrees Celsius. There is no winter. Okay, the diurnal range of temperature, as I said, the morning and the nights are not that different. Temperature won't be that different between morning and night. That's why diurnal range of temperature is small, I said. Do you remember? Diurnal range of temperature and annual range of temperature both are small, because the reason is, what is the reason? What is the reason? The diurnal and annual range of temperature is so small, being so small. What is the reason, guys? Am I audible? Because this is equator. Yes, simple. Okay, this is equatorial region. Okay, every day sunlight, water concentration is also there. It's a forest. Okay, it's a forest region. So of course, it is going to be, the temperature is going to be high in this region, right? So precipitation is heavy and well distributed throughout the year. As I said, throughout the year you can see rainfall, and annual range of temperature, if you see, it is 150 centimeter, and some of the areas it would be around 250, 300 centimeters also. Okay, there is no dry season here. Okay, there is no season here without rain. But however, the maximum rainfall periods are there during April and October. So what is the uniqueness, or what is the significance of April and October period? What is the significance of April and October? What is the significance of April and October? What is the significance of April and October? Guys, don't waste time because we don't have enough time. I want to complete a lot of things for you. If you waste my time, then I wouldn't be able to complete. Are you there? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, then please tell me what is the significance about April and October period? Think about the position of the sun. Think about the position of the sun with respect to the earth and how this position affects or affects rainfall. Or at least tell me why solstice, the summer and winter solstice, affects the rainfall at equatorial region.
Summer in northern hemisphere.
Summer in
Northern hemisphere.
summer in northern hemisphere during June. That is summer solstice. Okay. How this affects? Evaporation. Ananto, you guys, you know that summer solstice means the sun rays are directly above the Tropic of Cancer. Am I right? Winter solstice means it's directly above the Tropic of Capricorn, which means apparent movement of the sun to the north and to the south. If the apparent movement of the sun is there north and south, so what happens is in the equatorial region, obviously, the rainfall is going to decrease. Is it clear? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So that is why the least rainfall periods are June and December. Doesn't mean there is no rainfall. Rainfall would be there, but it would be less compared to other periods. And April and October period are the equinox period. Okay, you know the equinox period, right? Equinox period means where the sun rays fall equally all throughout the world. That's the meaning of equinox. Equal sun rays is the meaning of equinox. Okay, this position. So that means obviously it would be near equator. So high rainfall during the equinox time. Is it clear? Shall we move forward?
Yes, sir.
And apart from that, double rainfall peaks. So this is what the double rainfall peak is. Okay, just after the equinox period, high rainfall would be noticed in the equatorial zone. This is what called as double rainfall peak in the region. For example, if you take this as the rainfall, okay, that is January, and here I can write December. Okay, which means during the period of April, high rainfall, and during the period of October, again high rainfall, and apart from that, the low rainfall is noticed in the month of June and again in the month of December, right? Lowest rainfall. So which means rainfall would be somewhat like this. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So it's like, just for example, 200 centimeter of rainfall. We see January, the highest is noted. Again in the month of April, highest noted. Again in the month of October, highest is noted. And apart from that, rainfall is there. Throughout the year, rainfall is there. But however, highest can be noted in only 2 periods. Is it clear? Shall we move forward?
Yes.
So these are the keywords. Okay, these are the keywords for equatorial rainforest region. Okay, so apart from that, you know, dense canopy. Okay, the growing season is all throughout the year. Okay, one plant will be growing, one plant will be flowering, one plant will be seeding, one plant will be decaying. Okay, that is why it is called evergreen. Okay, even though one is dying, the other one will be flourishing. Even though one is shedding their leaves, the other type of plants would be growing their leaves. So that is the reason why it is called evergreen. Okay, and tundra forest, they are also called evergreen, but the concept is entirely different, which we'll see there. Okay, and as I said, the tropical hardwoods are mahogany, ebony, rosewood. Okay, these are the some of examples of equatorial vegetation, right? And as I said, epiphytes, which cling on to other plants and absorb moisture and nutrients from the air. Okay, epiphytes, right? And also I said the undergrowth is not dense in this region. What is the reason for undergrowth is not dense in this region? What is the reason?
Water are easily available.
Water is easily available. Is that the reason?
No penetration of
Good.
sunlight.
Sunlight doesn't penetrate to the ground. Sunlight not reaching down. Yes. Okay, so that is the reason. Okay, and apart from that, as I said, soil is less nutritious. The reason is leaching, continuous leaching through rainfall. So if that is the case, how the tall plants survive? Nutrition is necessary for the tall plants also, right? Not just for the new plants that are rising. What about the tall plants that are already present? How will they get nutrition, enough nutrition from the soil? For example, nitrogen. How? Exactly. Okay, decayed matter. One beauty of this region is, you know that this is a hot region. Okay, since it is a hot region, bacterial activity would be high. Am I right? High bacterial activity. You all know that equatorial region is known for high bacterial activity, and that is the reason I said when you go near to the equatorial region, the food would become spicier and spicier when you reach near the equatorial zones. Am I right? Do you remember this?
Yes, sir.
I gave you examples also, African food, okay, South Indian food, for example. Okay, as you reach near the equatorial zone, the food becomes spicier and spicier. Reason is high bacterial activity. To stop the high bacterial activity, we go for spicier food so that food won't get spoiled easily. Okay, so since high bacterial activity is there, what happens is dead and decay matters. They gets decayed fast, quickly, very soon. So ready availability of nutrients will always be there in the soil. Okay, but next day rainfall will come, it will get leached away. Okay, the next day again leaves will shed, it gets digested. I mean, it gets decayed fast because of the high bacterial activity. It will be readily available for the plants, and just after that it's gone. Right? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So as I said, the primitive people, majority of the people are primitive. They are hunters and gatherers, and the most advanced one practice shifting cultivation. So you can understand, even the most advanced people here practice shifting cultivation. That is the most advanced for them. Otherwise, people are naked, semi-naked. They majorly rely upon hunting and gathering, and the shifting cultivation are those people who are most advanced of all of them. Right? So commercial activity, that is the problem with the current day equatorial rainforest. You know that just last year Amazon was on fire. Okay, it was purposely done to clear the Amazon so that developmental activities can be done. So this is the problem with equatorial rainforest nowadays, because the government of these countries, they want to develop their economy. Okay, the problem is environment is standing in their way. Okay, so majority of them take the down route. Okay, they destroy the environment just for the economical purposes, and that is what happening to Amazon, and that is what happened to Indonesia. The entire Indonesian forest has been cleared for palm oil, rice, and vanilla especially. Okay, so commercial activities, also rubber. Okay, you know that people of Kerala, you must be knowing what are the crops that you can grow in equatorial region, right? Rubber, cardamom, vanilla, right? and some of the places coffee also, right? So this is what I said. In clearing for shifting cultivation, crops like tapioca, maize, bananas, groundnuts, these are the most important crops. Rice comes very least because rice, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of care. Okay, for rice cultivation, tilling process should be done, replantation should be done. Obviously, tribal people are not going for replantation, okay, tilling and weed cutting. This is a very difficult task for the tribal population, especially with the primitive tools they have. Okay, so they won't go for rice as that easily. Yes, some of the places they still go for rice, but not as prominent as maize or tapioca. Okay, next is the monsoon climate. So you guys know a lot about monsoon climate, right? So what is monsoon climate? Which is the region for monsoon climate? Region for monsoon climate and reason for monsoon climate.
10 to 30 degree.
Not getting what?
10 to 30 degree. 30
Yes, 10 to 30 degree north and south of the equator. Okay. East continent or west part of the country?
Eastern coast receive more rainfall than the western coast.
Then what about India? India, that is not the case, right? Western part receive more rainfall than the eastern part. Do it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes. That's the reason is entirely different. Okay, India lies in a very unique position. No matter what type of climate you take, nothing will suit India. Even if you say India is a monsoon climate and say, okay, we'll get a lot of rainfall and we'll get a lot of rainfall in the eastern part, that it becomes wrong. Okay, so India is in a very unique position, owing to its position above Indian Ocean and sandwiched between Arabian and Bay of Bengal. India holds a unique position in the geography. So any climate you take, it won't do justification for the Indian climate. Okay, so it's better not to compare India with this. But however, Indian continent is also monsoon climate. The simple reason for monsoon climate is that seasonal reversal of wind. Okay, that is the typical characteristics of monsoon climate. During the summer, it would be southwest. During the winter, it should be northeast. Right? That's what the monsoon climate is. Right? So countries like India, not just India, the entire Indian subcontinent. So Indian subcontinent means doesn't include only India, it also includes Sri Lanka, Maldives, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal. All this region comes under Indian subcontinent. Okay, so Burma, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, South China, Northern Australia, all these regions are known for monsoon climate. Okay, so the basic cause for the monsoon climate is the difference in the rate of heating and cooling of land and sea. So you know this means differential rate of heating, right? So you already know about differential rate of heating. So you guys tell me what is differential rate of heating and how does this affect the climate of any region? Come on, guys, I'm waiting for your answer. I'm audible, right? Yes. Do you understand my question? Am I audible? Do you understand my question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good then. Then fine. If you guys don't know the answer, then kindly tell me you don't know, because I will move on. That's all. Right. So the differential rate of heating, during the summer, land gets intensely heated first, whereas the ocean remains cool. Okay. So hot and cool, right? Or else warm and cool, warm and cold, doesn't matter. So now intense heating means hot means low pressure, right?
Right, sir.
Right, good. Cool means high pressure.
Yes.
Simple. So what is a wind? Wind is the movement of air from
High pressure to low pressure.
simple high pressure to low pressure. So what happens is, this is during the month of June or April, May itself. Okay, you know that by April it's intensely hot. It's summer already. By May it is peak summer. So what happens is land becomes intensely hot and the low pressure is created in the continental mass of the northern hemisphere. Okay, especially the Central Asian region, India. Okay, all those countries lying in the northern hemisphere region, it is the case. Okay, so what happens is now wind from the sea, ocean, they starts to blow towards the continental regions. Okay, once they start to blow to continental regions, what happens is it has to cross the equator, right? Because intertropical convergence zone is where it is in the northern hemisphere, right? Because apparent movement of the sun. If it is in the
Yes.
northern hemisphere, and also the high pressure to low pressure movement, if it is there, what happens is the wind has to cross the equatorial zone. Am I right? Only then it can go to intertropical convergence zone. Am I right?
Right, sir.
Right. So the sun is above Tropic of Cancer, intensely hot, apparent movement of the sun, shifting of intertropical convergence zone to the northern hemisphere. So the wind from the south, which is cool, which is cool, high pressure, has to reach the intertropical convergence zone that is in the northern hemisphere around 30° north, 35° north. So it has to cross the equator. So you know that Coriolis force deflects the wind in different directions. Okay, in the northern hemisphere, which hand direction?
Right.
Right. In the southern hemisphere, it is left. So the wind that is originated from the southern hemisphere, once it crosses the equator, right? If it is traveling in the left-hand direction in the southern hemisphere, once it crosses the equator, what direction does it go? What would be the direction?
Right hand.
Right hand direction. So the wind that originated as southeast trade wind, after crossing the equatorial region, it becomes southwest trade wind. Okay, that's how India gets rainfall. That's how the southeast trade wind becomes southwest monsoon for India. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, good. And exactly the opposite happens in the winter time. That is, the land mass, now it becomes intensely cold because it is winter. And the sea mass, ocean mass, as you already know, differential rate of heating, it takes long time to get hot. So when it is cold, this becomes warm. So what happens is condition is reversed. Now here it is low pressure, here it is high pressure. As you already know, the movement of wind is from high pressure to low pressure, right? And also apparent movement of the sun is there. It would be around somewhere 5° south or 7° south. Okay, it differs. So again, it has to cross the equator, right? Almost all the countries that are there, okay, They don't have oceans on all the sides. Okay, for India, the beauty is in this side we have Arabian Sea, and the other side we have Bay of Bengal. Right? Arabian Sea is there, Bay of Bengal is there. So southwest monsoon, we get rainfall from the moisture collected from Indian Ocean and the Arabian Sea. Whereas in the northeast monsoon period, that is the northeast monsoon time, the moisture gets collected from the Bay of Bengal. It gets deposited in the Tamil Nadu and Andhra coast. Is it clear? This is the classic example of a monsoon climate. Right? Shall we move forward? You understand?
Sir, can you explain that northeast monsoon?
Don't worry, we'll see that in Indian geography.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. So now, if you just understand the one side, it is enough. Okay. June month, you understood, right?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Good. Then the exact opposite happens in the December month. If you understand that much, this is called seasonal reversal of wind. One season, wind blows from the ocean to the continent. The other season, wind blows from the continent to the ocean. This much, if you understand enough, because in Indian geography, we'll anyways see monsoon, because monsoon plays a major role in the entire Indian geography. Because once you understand cyclone, then Indian geography becomes easy for you. One side, the trade winds, the monsoon climate. The second side, if you understand the cyclone, it becomes a merger of both this topic in Indian geography when it comes to the cyclone part and December rainfall in India. Right? So this is what tropical monsoon climate is. Okay, so what are the countries we have seen tropical monsoon climate? What are the countries? India, good. Then Vietnam. Okay, yes, India, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, Myanmar. Okay, and also, yes, good. Tasin, your video is on. It's okay, no problem. Right? So, again, your video is on. Right? So, this is the region for the tropical monsoon climate. And apart from that, you are also seeing here a tropical marine climate. Right? What is a tropical marine climate? In Africa, Madagascar, Brazil, French Guiana, Colombia, and the entire Caribbean island nations, also Australia. Right? What is a marine climate? Simple. So, what difference do you think it makes in the marine region, that is the coastal region? What difference? What kind of difference do you think it happens in this region? What kind of difference do you guys expect here?
Sir, since most of the rainfall occur on the eastern side, more
Good,
forest
very
or
good.
west.
Yes, since most of the rainfall occurs here, then most rainfall.
It result in more vegetation. This rainfall result in more vegetation.
Yes, good, more vegetation. Okay, more rainfall, more vegetation. Apart from that, this region entirely, always you can see the influence of trade winds, especially if you see the Caribbean. It's beautiful, right? Southwest, northeast, right? Both the times, heavy rainfall. right? However, the region belonging to this marine climate receives, see, depending upon the position, it is entirely different. If you see the Madagascar region and south eastern part of African region, the maximum is during the summer time, that is the rainy season, June period. Okay, whereas in Caribbean, both of the time you can see rainfall. So depending upon the where the coast lies, depending upon the influence of the ocean around it, the rainfall and the temperature differs. But anyways, the beauty is moderating influence of the sea, right? Also, these regions are known for tropical cyclones. Am I right? These regions are known for tropical cyclones. Am I right? See, this entire region, India, Indonesia, Thailand, Cambodia, the southern part of China, Indonesia, all these regions are known for guys, tropical cyclones. Okay, tropical cyclones. Don't say cyclonic. Cyclonic is different. Cyclonic rainfall is where warm and cold air must meet. That is cyclonic rainfall. Cyclone is different. Cyclonic is different. Cyclone, you have to clearly say whether it is tropical or temperate cyclone. Because last year there was a question related to tropical and temperate cyclone. Okay, if you are not sure about the difference between tropical and temperate, you will make mistake in that question. Otherwise, the question is a cakewalk, right? So this is what it is. So annual range of temperature. Okay, if you think about the winter time, temperature would be around 15 to 30, whereas in the summer it would be around 30 to 45. So which means annual range of temperature is comparatively higher than the equatorial region, right? Some of the regions have 200 to 250 centimeter rainfall. Some of the regions have 350 centimeter rainfall. Some of the regions have just 100 centimeter rainfall. So a huge variety you can see in monsoon climate. Okay, because if you see India itself, on the coastal region, western coast of India, high rainfall, 200 centimeter of rainfall. In the northeastern part, 250 centimeter rainfall, and some of the regions it is 350. And if you take Masindram and Cherrapunji, the highest rainfall noted in the world, it is about 1000 centimeter rainfall. Okay, reason is the orographic rainfall is there, and you know all those things. What about orographic rainfall? Okay, so you know about three types of rainfall is there, right? Three types of rainfall. One is orographic, the other one is cyclonic, and the other one is convectional, right? So what is the difference? Where can you see convectional rainfall? Where can you see convectional rainfall? Equatorial region. Good. What about cyclonic rainfall? Cyclonic rainfall. Guys, are you there? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then please don't be silent. Where can you see cyclonic rainfall?
Sir, in low pressure zone.
Subtropical.
Subpolar, low pressure. Warm and cold air mass, when it meets, That's where you can see cyclonic rainfall, temperate cyclonic rainfall. Right, anyways, orographic, you know, it is near the mountains, wherever the mountains are there, and especially in the monsoon rainfall, you can, many of the places you can find this orographic rainfall. Okay, so this is what it is. Right? Do you find the difference between summer and winter? This is what I said. During the summer, winds cross equator and takes a turn because ITCC, right? ITCC shift is there. ITCC shift. Okay. And again here, it takes a shift because ITC shift is there. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but so this is what I said: tropical marine climate, evenly distributed rainfall. Okay, onshore wind, and this is especially tropical marine climate. Okay, so now the forest. So you know about the forest of equatorial zone, right? Equatorial zone forest is high diversity, right? High density and high diversity. Okay, what about the tropical monsoon forest?
Grasslands.
No grasslands, no way. Timber. Okay, good. See, I told you, right? Tropical monsoon is one thing that has huge diversity and variety in it. Okay, we have wet deciduous forest, we have dry deciduous forest. Okay, we have mixed deciduous forest. Okay, we have drought deciduous forest. Do you understand? Variety is there depending upon the rainfall. If the rainfall is somewhere around 150 centimeter, it comes under wet deciduous. If the rainfall is somewhere around 80 centimeter, it comes under dry deciduous. When it is around 100 centimeter, it would be mixed. When it is around 50 centimeter, it becomes drought deciduous. Okay, depending upon the rainfall, whether it is luxurious or not, decided. Right? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Also, you take the eastern part of the continent where maximum rainfall is received, there you can see wet deciduous, wet moist deciduous, and little later it becomes dry deciduous, and little later it becomes drought deciduous. Okay, so the further it moves inland, the further the air mass containing moisture moves inland, and the rainfall is given out in the coastal region, since it is receives maximum rainfall, it becomes moist deciduous. And as the rainfall decreases, as the moisture decreases, it becomes different. That is dry deciduous. It becomes drought deciduous, as I said, right? So my question is, we have tropical rainforest, we have monsoon forest. Where can you see timber? Viju clearly said here you can see timber, right? Timber, teak. Okay, so timber and teak, you guys know about this, right? Timber and teak known for what? Timber and teak known for what? Good. Hardwood furniture. Yes, good, very good. Furniture for constructing houses, for constructing windows. We need timber and teak. Okay, and also they are costly products also. So my question is, tropical rainforests are also known for hardwood trees, right? We have seen ebony, mahogany, rosewood. They are also hardwood trees. These are also hardwood trees, right? And also you can grow timber and teak even in the tropical rainforest, but that is not the flagship species there. The flagship species are the ebony, mahogany, and rosewood. My question is, why not grow the hardwood trees from the equatorial rainforest and use it for economic purposes? Because anyways, people are struggling in the rainforest. They want to desperately they want to increase their economic um, economic heights, you can say. Okay, economic heights, but they are not able to do. Instead of that, they are burning the forest, chopping the forest, and coming up with vanilla, palm oil, and all these things. Why not grow timber? Why not grow teak instead? Right? Why not use the hardwood trees available in the rainforest to make furnitures? No, actually, the problem is the one point is correct. Water. Okay. What happens is when you cut timber or teak, okay, you can throw it in water, right? You can throw it in water, timber and teak. The water will carry the timber and teak to a great distance because timber and teak will float in the water. Whereas the hardwood trees that are there in the rainforest, they won't float because it's already huge water content is available. They will sink in the water, right? They'll sink in the water. So it's difficult to grow or take the plants out of the tropical rainforest region. That is one reason. And apart from that, the diversity of plants you see, monsoon forests, the tropical forests are known for seasonal changes, right? You can see seasonal changes in the monsoon forest, right? One period of the year, there will be no leaves. Okay, that is canopy will be sparse, and one period of the year, canopy will be dense. The beauty is the monsoon forests are known for uniformity, homogeneity, right? If it is teak means continuously the entire area, it will be teak. If it is sal means the entire area it would be sal. If it is neem means entire area it would be neem. If it is timber means the entire area it would be timber. But what about the tropical rainforest? What about tropical rainforest?
Varies.
Huh?
It varies.
Exactly. Okay. Right. Say, for example, if you want to have only ebony and go into this plot of rainforest, okay, one ebony will be here, one ebony will be here, one ebony will be here, one ebony will be here. And apart from that, this entire area would be concentrated by rosewood, mahogany, and various other plants. Okay, so tell me, if you go for timber and find timber like this, and only here and there you find some other plants, which one would be easier to cut, this or this? That is the monsoon forest or the tropical forest,
Monsoon.
right? That is the reason. So this activity of cutting down forest, lumbering, okay, it becomes difficult in the equatorial rainforest, but that is not the case with the monsoon forest, right? Shall we move forward? So what kind of animals can you guys see in tropical monsoon forest? Animals in tropical monsoon forest? Animals, fauna.
Tiger.
Tiger. Okay, good. Then elephants. Yes. Guys, just close your eyes. Think about what kind of animals you can see in India. Write it. That's it.
Monkeys.
Don't think much. Okay. And what about the flora? Monkey, peacock, yes. Good. What about the flora? What about the flora? What about the flora? Good. Teak, timber, neem. Kartika, orchids are a feature of rainforest, Kartika. Not okay, not this one, not monsoon forest. Yes, salt, teak, neem, timber. Okay, so these are the examples of flora here. Again, close your eyes. Whatever you can see in India, sandalwood, go for it. Okay, and also India is known for a beautiful combination of both dry and moist deciduous. Certain region it is moist deciduous. Bamboo can be grown there. Okay, whereas in dry deciduous you cannot grow bamboo, but instead of that you can grow sandalwood. Okay, so the redwood, one of the coveted plant species. Okay, so you know that just 2 years back there was a huge encounter happened because of this redwood. Okay, in Andhra Pradesh, where it is dry region. So a lot of species are there which are very important, economically important species: timber, sal, teak, sandalwood, redwood. Okay, anyways. Then population and economy in monsoon climate. You guys know about this, right? Population and economy. Think about India, think about China, think about Indonesia. These are the countries where high population density you can see. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Because what is the reason?
Agriculture.
Agriculturally one of the most developed regions. Okay, not because of the agriculture, because of the population. Okay, here people are majorly subsistent farmers. Subsistent means for their purpose they can grow crops. Okay, commercial agriculture is not possible here. Commercial agriculture is very difficult because of high population concentration. Where it is low population concentration, only there you can go for commercial farming, commercial agriculture. Okay, scientific agriculture. Whereas wherever population density is high, there it is very difficult to go for commercial agriculture. Instead of that, subsistent farming is the most predominant way of agriculture here, right? Intensive cultivation, subsistence agriculture, shifting cultivation in some of the parts, and major crops, you know, rice, sugar, cotton, jute, spices, etc. Okay, in some of the regions like dry deciduous region, even cattle and sheep rearing is available. Okay, so as I said, since it is a variety of region, since the variety is high, different region would be having different type of economy. Okay, and wherever irrigation facilities available, there would be intensive cultivation. Where it is dry region, okay, drought region, there it is only subsistence agriculture. Where it is high population density, there only subsistence agriculture. Okay, because enough water is available one side, and apart from that, the forest is sparse. Unlike the equatorial rainforest, here forest is sparse, so trees and plants can be easily cut down to make agricultural lands. That is not the case with equatorial rainforest, right? So this is the reason why population and economy, population density is high in this region. Okay. Then savanna climate, right? So savanna climate are also known as Sudan climate, are also known as tropical wet and dry climate. Okay, so you already know about some things, certain things about the savanna climate. Savanna climate are also known as Sudan climate, are also known as tropical wet and dry climate. So what do you understand from this term, tropical, wet and dry climate? What do you understand from this term? Tropical, wet and dry climate. What do you understand from this? Humida. Okay. What do you understand from this term, guys? Tropical, wet and dry climate. Comprise of both wet and dry climate. Yes, comprise of both wet and dry climate. Comprises of only wet and dry climate. Okay, that is winter dry, summer wet. Simple as that. Only two seasons. There is no clear distinction because you already know this region is continental region. Am I right? This region is a continental region, right?
Yes, sir.
There is this region is continental region. What happens during the summer?
Land gets hot.
Land gets intensely hot because moderating influence of the sea is not there, right? And during the winter, land gets intensely cold. Okay, again, moderating influence of the sea is not there. And one more thing is, this is between 10° north to 30° north, which means temperature even during the winter, it is not that cold. Am I right? It is cold, but it is not as cold as the region in the 45° north or 60° north. Right? So how many of you been to Hyderabad? How many of you been to Hyderabad? Yes. Anjana, during which month, Anjana? Is it during summer time or winter time? Summer. Was it hot? Of course it is hot, but I'm asking the severity. Yes, it was. That's what I said. Yes, it was hot without any doubt, but I'm asking about the severity. Okay. Right. Anyways, it's Hyderabad, classic example. Hot during summer, cold during winter. Delhi also you can take as an example. Hot during summer, cold during winter. Okay, you know, this is the continental region. So what happens is only two seasons, that is the summer season and winter season. And in the summer season, you know the wind pattern, right? Right? Wind pattern during the summer, where you get a little rainfall. Okay, you know that the region, okay, in the eastern part, they'll get the maximum. When it comes here, no rainfall. I mean, less rainfall. Okay, sandwiched between desert and the monsoon forest. Here, little rainfall only available. Okay, less rainfall. So only two seasons, summer season and winter season. During the summer, it is hot and wet. Okay, wet means you should not think about equatorial type of wet where it is 250 centimeter rainfall. You should not think about monsoon where it is 150 centimeter rainfall. No. Okay, wet means around 50 centimeter rainfall, 30 centimeter rainfall. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
The beauty about the monsoon region is they are known for rainy season. Okay, distinct rainy season will be there, but In Sudan climate, there is no distinct rainy season. Instead of that, in summer they'll get little rainfall. That's it. Whereas during the winter, it is dry. Okay, cool, dry winter, hot, wet summer. Okay, this is the climate of Sudan or savanna climate, right? So when there is little rainfall available, what about the plants there? What kind of plants can grow there? Grasslands. Okay, you already know these regions, right? Lanas, Campas. Do you remember? Do you remember? Lanas, Campas. There are also other grasslands here available. Do you remember those grasslands?
Yes, sir.
There is a transitional grassland available here. Do you remember it? There is a temperate grassland available here. Do you remember it? Pampas. Pampas, temperate grassland. Then comes Gran Chaco, which is a transitional grassland. Then Campas, Cerradas, Caatingas, tropical. Lanas, tropical. Okay, and we also seen a grassland here. A grassland here, right? Especially the northern part of Africa, where one tribal community is very famous for. What is the name of the tribal community? The northern part of Africa. Huh? What? Maasai tribe. Good. Okay. So Maasai tribal community. So you know about the tribal community, right? Maasai tribal community. What is their economic activity? Maasai tribals. What is their economic activity? Cattle. Okay, cattle is their economic activity. So it's a typical grassland type. Okay, and this region is also known as great sport country, right? Great sport country, big game country. Do you remember? I hope you remember. When we are discussing world map, I told you this region is called as big sport country, great sport country, big game country. Okay, different names, all means the same thing, right? So this region, since it is less rainfall, this region doesn't support the growth of plants and trees to a great extent. Okay, trees and plants would be sparsely located. Okay, for example, if you take this as a plot of land, here one tree, here one tree, here one tree, somewhere here one tree. Okay, apart from that, this entire region would be full of grasses, right? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
And to eat grasses, herbivorous animal would be available. And to eat this herbivorous animal, carnivorous animal would be available. And to eat this carnivorous animal, top carnivorous would be available. Okay, so buffalo, zebra, horses, all would be available. Then to eat that carnivorous, a cheetah, panther, lion, tiger would be available. And the top carnivorous, okay, eagle. Oh, eagle doesn't come under top carnivorous. Okay, so carnivorous would be available, top carnivorous would be available. And apart from that, to eat the trees, for that also there would be an animal available. What animal is that? What animal is that? Right, giraffe. Giraffe would be available to eat the small scattered plants here and there. Okay, so it's a typical evolution. Giraffe, which is a home for giraffe to sorry, The grassland, which is the home for giraffe, has sparse vegetation, and some of the regions where you can see tree. Okay, to eat that tree, it evolved to a great extent. Okay, that long neck is a typical example of how evolution happened. Right? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this region is known for tall grasses. Okay, the classic difference between a temperate grassland and a tropical grassland is that for a tropical grassland, grasses are tall. Okay, if you remember Discovery Channel where you have seen lion, tiger, giraffe, zebra, you can see grasses are tall. Okay, sometimes the lion and tiger they hide in this grasses also. Okay, whereas temperate grassland grasses are short and nutritious. Okay, since grasses are short and nutritious, majorly it is herbivorous, like bull, buffalo, okay, ox, cow. Okay, majorly it is herbivorous in nature. Whereas here, since it is less nutritious grass and tall grass, both herbivorous and carnivorous presence you can see here. Is it clear? Shall we move forward?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And here there is a beautiful tree available here. Okay, how many of you heard there is a tree, okay, where it stores water in its trunk? Water in its trunk. Okay, it would hardly have leaves, small leaves, tall tree.
Bamboo.
More than the height, it is the width of the tree. Yes, someone said
Sir, at Biobob.
yes. Baobab tree. Okay, so this stores water in the trunk. Yes, the tribal people, what they do is when water shortage happens, they'll come cut the tree, they'll drink water from this tree itself. Okay, so this tree is a particularly unique species of this grassland region, right? It's a type of adaptation. Okay, it's also known as bottle trees, bottle, okay, bottle trees, baobab trees, baobab trees. Okay, so deep penetration of roots you can see here. The reason is, wherever deep penetration is not there, that means water is too much available, and wherever deep penetration is there, water is not available there, right? A typical evolution. Shall we move forward?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And there is a local wind here in this region called harmattan. Do you remember harmattan? Do you remember harmattan? Harmattan wind, local wind. Guys, do you remember? Nova. Local wind, harmattan. Okay, this region is known for local wind called harmattan. This harmattan wind is called doctor wind. So, what do you understand from this term, doctor wind? It cures something good, right? It provides relief for the people who are living in Guyana Highlands. Okay, people living in Guyana Highlands, it provides some relief. It originates from Sahara, and when it reaches this Guyana, what happens is it provides a cooling effect. Okay, this is a hot, gusty, dusty wind. Okay, hot, dry, gusty wind. But the beauty is this region, which is known for dampness, once this hot wind comes here, a desiccation effect will happen, thereby creating an improvement in evaporation, and thereby it is called doctor wind, right? So, a distribution of savanna grassland. Different regions are there. African savanna, and you know about the South American savanna, and Australian savanna, which is there in the northern part of Australia, and also we have Indian savanna in some of the parts of Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Maharashtra. So now it is Telangana. Okay, so Telangana region we have some savanna regions. Okay, so basically it is a dry region. Okay, it's all it is, dry region of the monsoon. So, anyways, this is what I said. Have you people been to Hyderabad? Okay, this is why I asked Telangana region. So, this Australia, Indian savanna, these are the distribution of savanna. So, now you guys tell me about the evolution or the flora and fauna. I told you already about so many things about the flora and fauna. Now, you tell me what kind of evolution these guys made to sustain the region. What kind of evolution? Come on, you already know. I gave you a basic outline. Now you can tell me what evolution that is. Good. Deep roots. Yes. Yes. Water storing in the trunk. Anjana, how tall grass is an evolution? Tell me. Short leaf. Yes. Good. Yes. Lamarck's theory. Good. The theory is Lamarck's theory. Giraffe having long neck. Short leaf is an evolution. Okay, I accept that. But how tall grass is an evolution? That you have to tell me. Transition area. Okay. Okay, so this region is also known for a grass, a beautiful grass called elephant grass. So, what do you understand from the word elephant grass? Elephant grass. Big grass, size larger. Yes, this elephant grass grows up to 15-meter height. Okay, so anyways, it is called big game country, right? So think about the evolution with the animals. Yes, 15-meter tall. Think about carnivorous and herbivorous species. What is the color of a lion? Hiding, yes. What is the color of a lion? Camouflage, good. If you see the background of this region, it would be somewhat yellowish orange color. The grasses are somewhat yellowish orange color in nature. So majority of the animals that you see in this region would be having yellowish orange color. Lion, for example. Okay, even tiger for that case, right? Giraffe for that case. The spotted beauty also sometimes. What about zebra? What about zebra, guys? Zebra, black and white, is a defense mechanism. See, lion, tiger are all carnivorous animal, right? So the carnivorous animal, for them, if they spot one, one prey, they'll hunt them down. Okay, they won't care about other things. Okay, they'll wait. They'll see which one is slow, which one is fast. Okay, they'll go for the easy target. Okay, if they choose one, they'll go behind them and hunt them. But the problem with zebra is they all look similar. So once they start to run in packs, what happens is they lose the target because they don't know which one they targeted. Okay, it's also a type of defense mechanism. Zebra being the same color every one of them. Okay, also the herbivores, if you go, they all will be in packs. Okay, the carnivores, they hunt, carnivores, they hunt individually. All these go in packs. It is also a type of defense mechanism. Yes, carnivores usually hunt the locked one. They choose it, they lock it, then they hunt. You can see them. Okay, when even the packs are running, they will be going behind only one animal. Right? So this is a defense mechanism. Okay, the herbivores, carnivores, the camouflage. Okay, so it's like kill or be killed. Okay, that's all it is about for them. Then rainfall, as I said, rainfall, low rainfall, temperature decreases with the distance from the equator. Okay, so in the north it is little different, in the south it is little different, because for the north summer is different, south summer is different. Okay, for them it is May, that is northern hemisphere it is May, southern hemisphere it is October. Okay, the mean annual range of temperature is greater than 18 degrees Celsius. That means the highest temperature, if it is around 40 degrees Celsius, the lowest would be around 22 degrees Celsius. Right? So mean annual range of temperature is high. Because continental region, continental means intense hot, intense cold. Right? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Good. So days are hot, nights are cold. That is also, extreme diurnal range of temperature. Reason is, about the diurnal range of temperature. Diurnal range of temperature means the temperature between the day and night, right? If the temperatures between the day and night, if you consider, diurnal range of temperature is also high. Again, the same reason. Continental region, intense hot in the day, intense cold in the night, because land gets intensely hot, land gets intensely cold. So both annual range of temperature and diurnal range of temperature is high. Right? Shall we move forward? Right. So these are the keywords. Again, as I said, keywords are those words which entirely explains the question, or entirely explains what type of climate they are discussing in the question. The keywords are, it could be big game country, it could be a keyword. Okay, alternate, dry and wet, it could be a keyword. Okay, grass, tall grasses, tall and less nutritious grasses, it could be a, right? It could also be a keyword. Okay, and discuss the way they discuss about herbivores and carnivores, it could also be a keyword. So if you find these keywords, then even without thinking for a second, directly go for the answer. Sudan climate, savanna grassland, or whatever it is. Right? So here also seasonal reversal of wind. no matter which season it is, you are not going to get rainfall here. I mean, only during one season you will get rainfall. That is the summer season because of the onshore wind. And in the winter, cold ocean current is there in the western side. So no matter even the wind is coming from that side, you won't get any rainfall. Okay. And natural vegetation, this is what we are discussing. Broad trunks. Okay, many trees are umbrella shaped. Okay, umbrella shaped means you can understand. Trees only, little grasses, sorry, not little grasses, little leaves on the top, which even giraffe will eat it. Okay, small leaves, also a type of evolution. We see the reason in desert vegetation in this. Okay, is it clear? Shall we move forward?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So animal life, as I said, big game country. You can see lion, tiger, leopard, hyena, panthers, jaguar, jackal. Okay, starting from the herbivorous and from the carnivorous, top carnivorous, everything you can see here. Okay, and in the fringes area, you can see crocodiles, alligators, lizards, okay, hippopotamus, rhinoceros. That's why it is known as big game country. Right? So, life and economy in the savannah region. So, what about the life and economy in the savannah region, guys? You know about Maasai tribe, they're known for cattle rearing. Okay, and there is also one more tribal community which is called Hausa. Okay, they are also pretty famous, but not as famous as Maasai tribal community. Hausa, they are settled cultivators. Okay, that is the only difference. Settled cultivators. Wherever rainfall is little high, wherever water availability is little high, there you can do cultivation. So Hausa are those kind of pastor people. They'll go for cultivation. They are settled cultivators. Okay, and the Kenyan tribes, the Maasai tribes in the Kenyan islands, some of the regions, if you see coffee, tea, cotton cultivation, dairy farming is also done. I told you the other day, the tropical grasslands are not fit for these categories. But however, the companies, the multinational corporations, the white settlers, they go there, they settle there. They do cultivation like coffee, tea, cotton, dairy farming. Because these regions, a lot of land is available. Okay, since lot of land is available and with advanced technologies and irrigation facilities, they can do whatever they want. Okay, you know that India, China, they don't have enough land, okay, to go for cultivation. So what they do is they go for these regions like Savannah, where they purchase land for cheap rate. They do cultivation there, right? As I already said, that's what the economical activity of new settlers going there doing. And apart from that, Maasai tribal community, I said they don't slaughter the cattle for meat. The other day, I hope you remember, they'll just cut their neck, drink the blood. Okay, so that's about the Maasai tribal community and the Hausa. And apart from that, shifting cultivation entirely goes out of the way. There is nothing related to it. Then we'll move on to desert climate. Okay, so anyways, you guys go for break and come back. Good. Hello, guys. Right. So you guys already know about certain things related to desert climate, right? So two types of deserts are there. One is the hot deserts of the world, and the other one is the mid-latitudinal deserts. Both of them you know to a great extent. One is the Saharan type hot desert. The other one is the temperate type desert, which is in the mid-latitude, like the Gobi Desert of China, right? So why do you think this desert regions are here, and what is the reason for the desert being concentrated on this latitudes? What is the reason? No rainfall in western Ghats. Okay. High evaporation, less rainfall. Okay. Evaporation exceeding precipitation. Right. The cold ocean current on the western coast, which influences the desert. Right. The cold ocean current provides a desiccating effect. Do you remember all these things? Yes, good. Right. So these are the deserts, important deserts. You know, Sahara, right? You know, Patagonia, cold desert, and Atacama, hot desert, right? Sonar and Mojave Desert of United States of America, right? Then Thar Desert of India, Gobi Desert, Taklamakan Desert, Gibson, Simpson, Great Victoria, Great Sandy Desert, Kalahari Desert, Namib Desert, right? Do you remember all these deserts? When we were seeing world map, we saw all these deserts, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, good. So, you know, the main reason is the offshore trade winds. Okay, so offshore trade winds also called the trade wind desert. As they move inland from the eastern coast, all the rainfall will be given near the coastal region, by that creating monsoon rainforest. Not sorry, not rainforest, monsoon deciduous forest or monsoon forest simply. Okay, then you know grassland, and finally it is the desert where there is no water available. Okay, even during the shift, what happens is the little onshore available, owing to the presence of cold ocean current, that also provides a desiccating effect, thereby extending no rainfall to the region of deserts. That is why you can understand this entire region is concentrated with deserts. Okay, various deserts are there. You already know Sonar and Mojave, Mexican desert, Californian desert. Okay, all these things are there. And mid-latitudinal desert, again, with mid-latitudinal desert, you know, rain shadow effect, continentality. Okay, rain shadow effect is that it's basically rain shadow means where rainfall is given on the one side, that is the windward side, and when it comes to the leeward side, there would be no moisture left. Classic example is Kerala coast and Bangalore. Okay, the entire Kerala coast gets rainfall in the windward side. On the leeward side, when it ascends and descends, there would be no moisture available. That's why Bangalore is in the rain shadow region, and there is no rainfall or less rainfall for the Bangalore. Okay, Bangalore also faces one of the worst water shortage. Okay, and you know the reason. It is also aggravated by humans. Okay, cosmopolitan city where so many people are settled, high population density. Okay, already water resources less available there, and even in the less available water resource, a severe, a severe stress has been put by the human concentration in this region. Okay, so same case with all the mid-latitude desert also, right? So you know that Patagonian desert, right? Continentality again. Continentality is due to the rain shadow of the Patagonia, and Gobi desert is because of the continentality, right? Is it clear? Shall we move forward?
Yes, sir.
Right. So desert, one of the most driest places of the world. Okay, almost all the deserts have less than 25 centimeter rainfall. Even this 25 centimeter rainfall, it's available only to the short duration, maybe just within a 1 month span or within 1 week of span. What happens is 25 centimeter rainfall would come. That means flash flood. Flash flood. What do you understand from the word flash flood?
Very quick.
Yes. Okay. See, the desert, the region of desert. Okay, soil has got no nutrition. And you know about the soil of this desert region, right? The soil of the desert region, is it sandy in nature, or is it uh, is it sandy, or the other type? That is the we have three types of sand, right? One is sandy desert, okay, or sand. The other type is loam, sandy, loamy. Do you remember? Maybe I have not taken, but don't worry. In Indian geography, we'll read about different types of sands, sandy, loamy. Okay, don't worry about that. Anyways, so we have different types of deserts, or to be precise, different types of sands available. The desert sands, right? They are highly porous in nature. Am I right? They are highly porous, which means if you drop even single drop of water, what will happen? What happens in the desert? Leave the single drop of water. If you pour 1 liter water, what will happen?
Absorbed quickly or evaporated very fastly.
Exactly. It absorbs very quickly that you won't even find the trace of water anymore there. And also on the surface level, high evaporation, which means it quickly get evaporated in the surface level. Okay, so both the threat, double threat it is. One side, if you pour the water, it gets absorbed so quickly, and also it evaporates so quickly, you won't find a single trace of water that you poured on the desert land. So, which means even this 25 centimeter rainfall, if it comes, it gets absorbed too quickly, or it goes as flash flood, right? So, this is the case with desert, right? What about the temperature of desert? Temperature.
High temperature.
High temperature, but not just high. Okay, high means so high, it would be very easily 45 degrees Celsius. It could be 46, it could be 50. The highest noted temperature is in Libya, in Al Azizia, sorry, not Al-Azizia, Al-Azizia, where the temperature is more than 57 degrees Celsius. Right? We won't survive this kind of temperature. Right? So high temperature means it's a clear sky, it's a cloudless sky, intense insolation, dry air, rapid rate of evaporation. So do you remember any particular thing after reading this? Clear, cloudless sky, intense insolation, dry air, rapid rate of evaporation. Do you remember anything? Temperature inversion. Yes. Okay, it's a clear sky, it's a cloudless sky, which means intense hot temperature would be 50 degrees Celsius in the daytime. But in the night time, the temperature would be minus 10 degrees Celsius because intense cooling. Okay, temperature inversion, which means temperature inversion means low regions cold, upper regions hot, warm. Okay, so it would be very difficult to live here. Daytime 50 degrees Celsius, night time minus 10 degrees Celsius. How difficult would it be to live in such a condition? Right? So only near the coastal areas, because of the maritime influence, because of the cold current influence, you get a little comfort. Otherwise, it's a difficult place to live. So now you tell me, what about the diurnal range of temperature? Is it high or low? High or low? High. Good. Because daytime temperature is 50, nighttime temperature is 10 degrees Celsius, minus 10 degrees Celsius. What about the annual range of temperature? Mean annual range of temperature. Annual range of temperature. Is it high or low? Mubashir, you must understand one thing. Mean annual range of temperature means the difference between the highest temperature noted period and the lowest temperature noted period is called mean annual range of temperature, right? The mean annual range of temperature or annual range of temperature means the temperature difference noted between highest temperature period and the lowest temperature period. It is only in the grasslands, okay, or the continental regions you can find highest mean annual range of temperature. Whereas deserts, that is not the case. It's hot throughout the year. Am I right? It is hot throughout the year. Only diurnal range of temperature would be high because night and day temperature would be extreme. Whereas if you take the annual range of temperature, it would be almost the same. That is low. Is it clear? Right? Because as I said, consider this one: 50 degrees Celsius in the daytime, 10 degrees Celsius in the night time. Okay, what is the difference here? 40 degrees Celsius, am I right?
Right, sir.
Right. Good. So, which means 40 degrees Celsius, 40 degrees Celsius, the entire year, if you take, sometime it could be 38, sometime it could be 37, sometime it could be 42, sometime it could be 43. So, anyways, if you take as a mean annual range of temperature, it would be low. Only when it is only when it is continental region where it is hot during the summer and cold during the winter, you can find a great difference in temperature. Whereas deserts, not that case. Is it clear? Shall we move forward?
Yes.
Okay, good. So this is what I said. High diurnal range of temperature. Okay. Frost may occur at night in winter. Okay. The beauty is, if in the day you go out, okay, heat stroke will come to you. You will get heat stroke in the daytime. Okay. In the night time, you will get frostbite. Cool, right? Daytime, it is heat stroke. Nighttime, it is frostbite. Blessed. Yes, exactly. There are more blessed places in the world than this one. I tell you an example. Anyone been to Himalayas, Western Himalayan region? That is Himachal Pradesh, Ladakh, Leh. Anyone been there? especially Leh Ladakh. No? Manali. Okay, Manali is not. Manali is beautiful. Okay, leave it. If you go to Leh Ladakh, they are also beautiful. But the most beautiful thing in Leh and Ladakh is, especially if you go to the higher latitudinal regions, higher altitudinal region also, the atmosphere is so thin there. Okay, atmosphere is so thin there. If you sit in a hot area, okay, I mean in the open space, if you sit in an open space and show your feet to a shadow region, what will happen is your head will get heat stroke, your feet will get frostbite. Both are gone. Cool, right? This is the most blessed place. If you show your feet, the atmosphere is so thin, as I said. If atmosphere is thin, you can understand. It gets heated only by insulation. So if you show your head, insulation, heat stroke, your feet on the shadow region, that means no atmosphere, less atmosphere, frostbite. Cool, right? There are blessed places available in India itself. So this is the temperature. Climatic conditions, hot desert, annual range of temperature, all these things, we have seen all these things already. So now desert vegetation, the most beautiful vegetation of all the other vegetations, right? Cactus, good. Thorny bushes, small grasses with long roots, all these things are there. And apart from that, there is something called ephemeral. 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 Ephemeral means short-lived. Okay, ephemeral. That means during the brief rainy period, okay, grass will grow. After small plants, they'll grow. Okay, they'll flower, they'll give out seeds, they'll die. Just in a span of 7 to 10 days. That's their lifetime. Okay, they'll grow, they'll give out seeds, they flower, they die. Okay, you cannot see these plants any other time of the period. Again, next year, when rain comes, these seeds which were lying dormant, they'll grow roots, they'll become plants, they'll flower, they give out seeds, they'll die. Cool, right? Only the brief period of 7 to 10 days where little water is available, they will rise. The entire region, it will be full of flowers. It looks beautiful. But just in a span of 10 days, boom, nothing. Okay, these are called ephemeral plants, right? This is a type of evolution adaptation to the desert vegetation. And apart from that, cactus. So you know the cactus, right? It looks like this, a cactus, where it is just thorns, right? It is what a cactus is. It's full of thorns, right? Thorns. Then wax coating. Okay. Hard leaves, small leaves, instead of leaves, thorns. Okay. All these are adaptations to the desert vegetation, because desert vegetation, it has low rainfall, which means low availability of water. When water is very low, when water availability is low, what kind of adaptations can these plants make?
An adaptation to store water.
Exactly, adaptation to store water. Adaptation to survive in less water. That is called xerophytic vegetation. Phytic means loving, zero means low temperature, high temperature. Okay, high temperature or low rainfall. So xerophytic vegetation or those vegetation of desert region, various adaptations are long roots, so that the long roots can penetrate inside the land mass to get more water. You have seen wide roots in the equatorial region. Am I right? Stilt roots. Do you remember? Buttress roots.
Yes, sir.
Yes, for they have to stand. Okay, because the land is full of water, they have to stand. So what they do is, instead of going deep, also there's no need for water. Already a lot of water is available for them. Through rainfall, through marshy regions, they lot of water is available. They don't go for deep penetration. Whereas here, deep penetration is necessary to survive. One thing. Second, as Biju said, evapotranspiration. In this region, you already know intense sunlight, which means sunlight will suck out, the heat will suck out all the water available for that, all the water that is available in the trees, plants. So to protect them from this intense sunlight and heat, what they do is they go for wax coating, right? They go for wax coating on the leaves, right? So that water won't escape from the surface of the leaves. Do you understand? Wax coating. Hard, small leaves. Small leaves means less transpiration. Broad leaves means more transpiration. So small leaves means less transpiration. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So you guys are familiar with this one, right? That apple, many places you can see apple with wax coating, right? Are you guys familiar with that?
Yes.
Yes. Why do they go for wax coating in apple? Why do they do wax coating for the apple?
On the outer surface.
For glassy look, glassy, shiny look, to make it fresh, to make it look fresh. Yes. See, more than the shiny nature, the glassy nature of the outside, it is to avoid transpiration. Because you know, apple travels a long distance. It is available in Jammu and Kashmir, and it has to travel all the way to Tamil Nadu, all the way to Kerala. And it takes at least 10 to 15 days. Okay. So if they don't coat it with wax, what will happen is transpiration. Also, temperature is high in all these regions. Okay, all the water available inside the apple will get sucked out. That's why what they do is they go for wax coating, right? And just this is what we learned from nature. If you do for wax coating, you can survive the transpiration. Is it clear? Right? Wax coating. Instead of leaves, if you have thorns, it means less transpiration. So entirely to avoid evapotranspiration, they go for thorns, small leaves, okay, bushes, small plants. You cannot see trees here. Okay, then what about date palms? Then what about date palms? Exactly. Wherever oasis is there, wherever little water is available, there people do agriculture. Okay, for example, Nile region. Okay, water is available there. Even though it is desert region, Nile is there. They go for cotton cultivation, rice cultivation. Okay, and also these regions are known for minerals. What kind of minerals? Sedimentary, right? Sedimentary minerals. oasis as depression, Arjun. Oasis is just a depression that is created. Okay, so years of accumulation, not just 1 year, years of accumulation. Yes, there also evaporation will be there, high evaporation rate, everything will be there. But the thing is, years of accumulation in a depression. That's why. Okay, and some of the oases are changing in nature. Sometimes you can see oasis in one place, the other time oasis in another place because of high wind speed. Okay, sometimes there will be mountain, sometimes there will be valley in the same place because of the high wind speed. They transport all the sand here and there. They keep on playing and changing the regions here. Right? Shall we move forward?
Okay.
So, do you remember the adaptations here? Ephemerals, odd, waxy leaves, thorns. Because I think xerophytic vegetation came in 2020 question paper also, if I'm not wrong. Anyone familiar with this question, guys? 2020, 2019. Right? So this is what I said. Waxy, leathery, hairy, noodle shape. Okay, so enough plants. What about animals? Animals.
Nocturnal.
Huh?
Nocturnal.
Good. Nocturnal in nature. Nocturnal animals. That means nocturnal animals. That means, like me, they are all active in the night. Okay, they're all active in the night time. That is what nocturnal animals. And apart from that, have you heard about hibernation? Hibernation.
Yes, sir.
What is an hibernation?
Winter sleep, something
Winter
like that.
sleep, right? Winter sleep is called hibernation. So just like hibernation, the animals of desert region, they go for something called estivation. Estivation. Okay, hibernation is winter sleep. Estivation is summer sleep. Right? Estivation is summer sleep. And majority of the animals are reptiles, like snakes, for example, lizards, for example. You know about them, right? They are cold-blooded animals. They can survive only narrow range of temperature. Okay, and majority of the animals, they dug inside the land. They go inside the land. I mean, they dug inside the earth. They live, make a pit and live inside the earth. Right? This is another type of adaptation. And majority of the plants, they bloom in the night time. Again, nocturnal in nature. Because if they bloom in the daytime, what will happen? What will happen if they bloom in the daytime? Come on, guys, fast. What will happen if they bloom in the daytime?
So could you repeat the question once again?
Sir, its condition worsen due to intense heat.
Yeah, shrink. Transpiration is high, so they lose the moisture. Flowers will die within a span of minutes. See, only when the leaf flowers are available for a long time, it can attract pollinators, right? If it is short-lived, before the pollinators come, they'll die out. If the flowers die out that easily, then there's no, it cannot grow. Pollination will not happen. So what they do is they bloom in the night, and also animals are nocturnal in nature, so pollinators will be available in the night. Is it clear? And apart from that, what is called boat of desert. Boat of desert. Camel. Good. So just like giraffe is long neck, camel also have adaptations, right? What kind of adaptations? Good. Water storing capacity. It can drink water and it can store water for a long time. They have a separate pouch inside their stomach to store water for a long time. Cool, right? So water storing capacity. So when the tribals, when the people in the desert, they travel for a long distance, and when there is no water available, what they do is they even cut the camel and drink water out of it. Okay. Yes, it's a cruel world. Okay, they cut the camel and drink water out of it. I don't know how many of you watched this one, this Man versus Wild. If you watch Man versus Wild, you would know all these things. Yes.
Yes, sir.
They'll cut the camel and drink water out of it. Okay, that is one thing. And that is one type of adaptation. Okay, there are a lot of adaptations camel does. Right? Have you seen camel milk? Camel milk. Camel milk is one of the densest milk in the world. It's so thick, it's so dense. That is also one adaptation. Because if it gives out milk, okay, diluted milk, that means it has to spend a lot of water from its body. So what it does, it won't give out. It makes dense milk, rich in fat. Okay, rich in fat and minerals. Camel milk is one of the densest milk in the world, and it also tastes really good. It has a lot of nutrient contents. You guys can try once in a while, but it's damn costly for us. But once, no problem. Once you can try. Okay, so camel milk. And apart from that, have you seen the legs of camel?
Yes.
Right? Have you seen legs of camel? So think this is camel. Okay, because I don't know. It's something like alien, but okay, camel. Okay, it has long legs. Why? Why? What is the purpose of having long legs? Long, lengthy legs.
To walk in sand.
To walk in sand, to walk greater distance against sand. Okay. See, you know the land, right? Intensely hot. If the body is near to the surface, what happens? It gets heated fast. Am I right? Body gets heated fast if the body is closer to the land. The taller it is, the less it gets affected by the heat of the land. Am I right? That is also one type
Right.
of adaptation. Okay, so to walk greater distance against sand is one thing, but that is different adaptation. But this is another type of adaptation. Okay, to escape from the heat of the land, it grows long legs. Okay, and apart from that, the humps in the back of the camel stores fat. Okay, fat is good for escaping heat. Okay, and more than that, fat is good for cold regions. Okay, more than heat, it can escape cold. Right, so all these things are there. So the life in the desert, you already know about one community. Who are these people? Bushman tribal community. Bushmen, Bedouins, Taurecs, Bindibu, Mongoose. You know about all these people, right? Already. Bedouins we have seen. Bindibu, Australia, we have seen. Bushmen from Kalahari Desert, we have seen. Right? Mongols, Central Asia, Gobi, we have seen. Taureks and Bedouins, they all from Arabian region, Sahara region. Right? Yes, we have seen all these people. Okay, Bedouins, they are nomadic people. Taureks, nomadic. Mongols, nomadic. Mushben, hunters and collectors, as I already said. Bindibu, they are also hunters and collectors. Okay, and Australia, I think I forgot to tell you one more thing. There was a dog. Did I say about the dogs? No, pygmy doesn't come under desert people.
Okay, sir.
Have you said about this dog? Australia.
I
You
think
remember?
you said it, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
I think you
What is
have
the dog
said it.
name?
Yes, sir. You have mentioned it in the class.
Yes, I have mentioned. What is the dog name? Because there are two dogs. One thing I said clearly, I remember. The other one I don't remember whether I told or not. Do you remember? No?
No, sir.
Okay. Its name is Dingo. The dog name is Dingo there. Okay, people here, with the help of that, the primitive peoples used to hunt. Okay, Dingo. Right? Boomerang, Dingo. All these are, yes, Dingo, D-A-N-G-O. Dog name. That breed name is Dingo. Okay, so this region is known for the desert life. So different people are there. One are settled cultivators. So I hope you can understand. Settled cultivators means wherever oasis is available, wherever water is available. That means Nile people. Okay, that means Nile people and Indus people and the people of Tigris Euphrates. Okay, you know about all this region, right? Nile, ancient civilization. Indus, ancient civilization. Tigris Euphrates, ancient civilization. Okay, these are settled cultivators. And mining cultivators, mining settlers are there. Do you remember Kalgoorlie and Coolgardie region of Australia? Do you remember it? Kalgoorlie, Coolgardie region? Yes. Do you remember Gold Rush?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So the people here are mining settlers. Okay. So this region is known for copper, nitrates, gold, diamond. Okay. All these things. And apart from that, the recent discovery of oil. Recent means not 5 years, 10 years, which means 25 to 30 years. Recent means. Okay. So the recent discovery of oil made their life. You know about the life of Arabians, right? Lavish life. Okay, they changed its life. The discovery of oil changed the life of people who live in deserts. Okay, they started living artificial life. They started living lavish, flamboyant life. Okay, so that is one thing about the desert region, right? So this is what it is. So one side temperature, that is the entire climate, temperature, rainfall. Okay, all these things you have to know. Then flora, fauna. Okay, then people and economy. Okay, right? Is it clear? Shall we move forward?
Yes, sir.
Right. Next is Mediterranean climate. Okay, so is there any close relationship with the Mediterranean and the desert climate? Is there any close relationship with the desert and Mediterranean? wind flow from deserts to these areas and affect them, right? So anyways, these regions are awfully close to the desert region, right? Sonar and Mojave Desert here, Atacama Desert, Patagonian Desert here, Arabian and Sahara Desert here, Sandy Desert, Gibson Desert, Simpson Desert, Great Victoria Desert. Am I right? The Mediterranean regions are close to the desert regions. Am I right? This is what we have seen from the checkered box also. Do you remember? Do you remember?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if you see the Mediterranean regions, they are just above the desert region. California, Mediterranean climate. Okay. Andes, the Atacama Desert region. Okay. In Chile, there is a Mediterranean climate. In the South Europe and North Africa, there is Mediterranean climate. So basically, Mediterranean climate, you can understand with the regions around Mediterranean region is called Mediterranean climate. Okay, if that is the case, why come California, Chile, and Australia also we have Mediterranean climate? Why? Mediterranean climate means basically the region surrounding Mediterranean region. Then why come California, Chile, all this region comes under Mediterranean?
Sir, influence of trade wind.
Because of trade window. Okay, actually, let's see. See, I told you about China type climate, right? China type climate means that is the hallmark of the climate. Okay, so China climate doesn't mean it is only in China. China climate is also there in USA. Okay, China climate is also there in some other parts of the world. The climate at those Mediterranean climate may seem as yes, exactly that is the case. Okay, the climate was first found in Mediterranean region. It was named as Mediterranean climate, and after that, in other places also the same type of climate was found. So it is also called Mediterranean climate. Okay, so Mediterranean climate is different. Mediterranean region is different. Mediterranean region means the region surrounding Mediterranean Sea is Mediterranean region, whereas Mediterranean climate means other parts of the world which has the same climatic features. They are called Mediterranean climate. Is it clear? So the Mediterranean climate has many other names. One is Mediterranean climate. The other one is warm, temperate, western margin. Because this is equatorial. This is hot climate. This is warm, temperate climate. Am I right? In checkered box, this region comes under warm Mediterranean climate, right?
Yes, sir.
Warm temperate climate, not Mediterranean, warm temperate climate. Okay. So warm temperate, since it is in the western side of the continent, western side of the checkered box, it is called warm temperate western margin. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Also, it is in the west coast. So it's also called as warm temperate west coast climate. See, this is why I try to make you understand the pressure belt system and the checkered box system. Only when you understand these two things, you will be able to clearly understand why it has got the name warm temperate western margin climate. See, just forget the pressure belt system and the checkerboard system. Okay, and just forget the correlation between the pressure belt and the climatic zones of the world. If you forget that and read this warm temperate western margin climate, will you be able to remember it?
No, sir.
No way, actually. There is no way you can remember this, because if you want to remember this, then there's only one way. You have to mug it up. Okay, geography is not that subject you should mug it up. It is based off your time. It's based entirely based. This is what we did in our school time, and this is what majority of the people do without a proper understanding of the subject, right? So try to understand it. Only when you know all these things, you'll be able to clearly write in the examination, clearly understand what they are asking in the examination. The name, each and every name that is given has a deep meaning, has an understanding. If you understand the concept, then the name becomes easy for you. Okay, because suddenly you will see cool, temperate, eastern margin climate. Then suddenly you will see warm, temperate, western margin climate. You will get confused. Okay, which is cool temperate, which is warm temperate, which is eastern margin, which is western margin, and what kind of temperature it has. Okay, so UPSC also plays with this word. People who have seen the previous question paper, you must be knowing it. UPSC plays with word. Okay, they'll, instead of giving us Mediterranean climate, if they give warm temperate western margin or warm temperate west coast, you should not get confused. Right? Shall we move forward?
Yes, sir.
Yes, good. So the distribution, you know, between 30 to 45 degree north and south of the equator. You know the reason for Mediterranean climate, right? The cause is shifting of the wind belt, the pressure belt, you know, north, apparent movement of the sun during the summertime to the north, during the winter time to the south, and this lies in the fringes that is between 30 degree to 45 degree north, which means in the summer it comes under the influence of what? In the summer it comes under the influence of what? Which wind? Guys, in the summer between 30 degree to 45 degree latitudes, this region comes under which wind? Influence of which wind? Anjana, prevailing westerly, sir. No. I don't know why you guys are making this mistake again and again. Ananto, Afla, Arjun, are you guys there? Biju, come on.
Sir, I didn't hear the question, sir. One delivery guy came.
Okay. Oh, you guys are getting ready for lunch. What about other people? Northeast trade wind. Good. Right, anyway, so this is summertime. Summertime is ITCC shift towards the northern side. Once ITCC shifts to the northern side, which means ITCC will be there around 30 degree north latitudes. If it is under 30 degree north latitudes, which means the region north will come under the northeast trade wind. Okay, when it shifts during the winter, the region between 30 degree to 45 degree north, it comes under prevailing westerlies. Right? So winter means westerlies, summer means it's northeast trade wind. Is it clear? So that means during northeast trade wind period, the wind blows onshore. Right? Wind blows onshore means it travels from east to west. So east, highest rainfall. When it comes to the middle, low rainfall. West, no rainfall. Okay, and during the winter time it's westerlies. So what happens is a little rainfall in the western coast. So that's why Mediterranean climate means winter rainfall. Is it clear? Winter climate, winter rainfall, winter rain climate means Mediterranean climate. Is it clear? Yes. Shall we move forward?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, good. So, Mediterranean region, annual range of precipitation, if you see, 35 to 90 centimeter. So, which means just above the desert. Desert is 25, whereas Mediterranean is between 35 to 90, which means rainfall is there, but not abundantly available. Okay, Mediterranean region, hot, dry summers, cool, wet winters, right? Hot, dry summers, cool, wet winters. And I hope you remember the Sudan type of climate. Sudan type of climate, you had hot, wet summer, cool, dry winter. Do you remember? Sudan type or the Savannah type, you have seen hot, wet summer, cool, dry winter. Am I right? Whereas in Mediterranean, it's exact opposite. Cool, wet winter, hot, dry summer. So hot means what kind of hot temperature you can see here. Remember, this is a warm temperate region. So hot means entirely different here. Okay. You cannot compare the hot of the equatorial with the hot of the Mediterranean region. Because equatorial region means around 10 degree, whereas Mediterranean comes under around 40. Right? So hot means what kind of temperature here in Mediterranean region?
Moderate.
Yeah. Right. So hot means around 20 degrees Celsius. Okay. Hot means 20 degrees Celsius. Cold means somewhere around 10 degrees Celsius. So no matter whether it is hot or cold, life is very easy. Life is easier and relaxed in Mediterranean region. Right? See, not highest rainfall. Okay, rainfall is there, but low. Enough to sustain. Okay, hot is there, but not hot like Calicut, not hot like Chennai or Hyderabad. The hot is like 20 degrees Celsius. Right? Some people in 20 degrees Celsius in Calicut and Chennai itself, they need sweater. Am I right? If we keep AC in 20 degrees Celsius, majority of the people cannot survive here. Right? Wayanad, it is around 15 to 20 degrees Celsius. That itself we feel cold. So the hot here is comfortable for the people to live. And the cold here, again, comfortable for the people to live. That is why California is what? You remember, right? I told you something. California is guys. What is California? Are you there? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
California is called Silicon Valley of the world. And you can find the temperature, rainfall similarities with Bangalore in India. That's why Bangalore is called Silicon Valley of India, right?
Yes, sir.
So temperature is neither too hot nor too cold. Okay, because moderating influence of the sea is also there. The ocean current on the western coast is cold current. So always you have a relief feature on the western coast. That is the moderating influence of the sea is always there. So Mediterranean climate is one of the most productive zones of the world. Okay, people here are very productive because in sultry climates like India, okay, that we have in coastal region and the tropical regions, it's very difficult for us to live. Okay, especially when you don't have air condition, it's very difficult for us to live. But that is not the case with the Mediterranean climate, right? So, anyways, as I said, a warm, dry summer, right? Cool, wet winter are the features of the Mediterranean climate. So local winds are also available in Mediterranean region. I hope you remember Sirocco and Mistral. Okay, local winds also available here, Sirocco and Mistral. And apart from that, what about the vegetation of Mediterranean climate? Vegetation of Mediterranean climate. Cypress, citrus, citrus, yes. See, same case. Okay, desert and Mediterranean, as I already said, there is no much difference. Okay, Mediterranean and desert are almost same. Only difference is desert, it is hot. Mediterranean, it is comparatively cool. Desert, very low rainfall. Mediterranean, low rainfall. That's the only difference. That is also because of the influence of cold ocean current and the westerlies. Otherwise, even that won't be available in Mediterranean region, right? So here also xerophytic vegetation. So come on guys, you fill up the blanks. What does xerophytic vegetation means? What does xerophytic vegetation means?
Long roots,
Good. Long roots, deep roots.
wax coating,
Wax coating, good.
short leaves.
Short leaves, sometimes thorns, right? Good. So how many of you seen lemon tree? Lemon,
Yes, sir.
right? Good. Classic example. So lemon contains thorn, right? Lemon
Yeah.
trees, lemon plants, they have thorns. Yes. If you see the leaves, they are small leaves. Also, they have waxy coated leaves, lemons. Okay, lemon are just an example of citrus fruit. Okay, so the xerophytic vegetation that you see here, yes, hot leaves also. The xerophytic vegetation you see here is the citrus family, which means this region is known for orange, right? This region is known for orange. Californian orange. Do you remember? Have you heard about it? Californian orange. California is known for orange. Yes, cuticle. Californian orange. Californian almonds. French wine. Portugal. Spain tomato. Portugal cork. Right? All of these are the typical characteristics of Mediterranean region, Mediterranean vegetation. Right? So now my question is, what is the actual natural vegetation of Mediterranean? What is the natural vegetation of Mediterranean climate? Do you think olives are the natural vegetation? Do you think oranges are the natural vegetation? Do you think grape vineyards are the natural vegetation? Hmm? Guys, do you think so? Adaptations are. Adaptations, what we have seen so far, hard leaves, waxy leaves, deep penetration. Okay, these are the adaptations. Okay, the plants I have seen said so far, almonds, nuts, various nuts like what are the other nuts available? Hazelnut, right? Yes, hazelnut is there. Almonds are there, and so many other nuts are there. Walnut, right? So these are the examples of these places. Olives. Do you think this is the natural vegetation? Adaptation is different, Arjun. No, actually. The natural vegetation, we don't know exactly what is the natural vegetation of Mediterranean region. Because even before geography evolved as a subject, even before we understood climate of regions, even before we understood the features of different regions, we already destroyed the Mediterranean and started growing citrus, started growing eucalyptus, started growing the plants that we use for bottle corks. Yes, we don't know exactly what was the natural vegetation, but even if the natural vegetation available, what we did was we cut down the natural vegetation and went for agriculture. For example, some people liked the bark which produces bottle corks. So what they did is they destroyed the natural vegetation and started growing this trees which produce bottle corks. And some of the places they destroyed the natural vegetation because they found grapes to be economically useful. They started growing vineyards. Some of the places they destroyed started growing almonds. Some of the places they destroyed, they started growing oranges. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
See, natural vegetation could be different things. Okay, what they did is they started destroying whatever is available and went for the agriculture, that is whatever we do, the common agriculture practices. Okay, see, the banana we get these days are majorly this Morris banana, right? Morris, which is the yellow long bananas. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. And that's how we do. The corn that we get these days, yellow color, but there are different colors of corn available: black color, red color, white color, and there are corns which are entirely mixed. One black, one red, one yellow, one white. Okay, rice. How many varieties of rice are there? Yes, black color corns are available. How many varieties of rices do we have? If you just consider in India itself, okay, we have rice varieties in Tamil Nadu, a lot of varieties available, a lot of varieties in Kerala, a lot of varieties in Karnataka. Okay, so we have so many varieties of rice available in India itself. And do you know, we destroyed almost 90% of the wild varieties of rice. Do you know that? We have destroyed more than 90% of the wild varieties of corn. We have destroyed more than 90% of the wild varieties of barley, wheat, cotton. Do you know what it is? Do you know what this process is called? Do you know what this process is called? Guys, no pa. Domestication. Domestication. This is what we did. This is what humans usually do. Domestication. We domesticated cat. We domesticated dogs. Yes, human intervention. We domesticated, okay, through various methods. I hope majority of you are aware of this. Agriculture, we do a lot of things in agriculture, right? Cross fertilization. We need only selected tribes. I hope in 6th standard, 7th standard, you guys would have studied. Okay, we select the traits. Okay, this tree, I like the tall barks. Okay, good. And this tree, I like the flowers. Okay. And this tree, I like the taste of the mangoes. Okay. Mix it in such a way you go for desired traits. Take the desired traits and develop a fruit or a tree out of it. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Recently, there was a mango variety. I don't know how many of you remember this or know this mango variety. There was a mango variety. Currently, I'm not able to remember the name of this mango variety. Have you tasted it? It was so sweet. Like it is sweeter than all other mangoes available in the market nowadays. I forgot the name. The recent one. Do you remember? Anyone? No idea? Not purple color. It is actually green color. Inside it is a dense orange color. Outside it is green, but inside it is dense orange and it tastes damn sweet. So it's a fusion between Neelam and one more thing. Even I don't remember the name. But anyways, I look for the name and tell you tomorrow, guys. Okay, so this is what we usually do. Humans do domestication. Okay, we'll take only the selected criterions. We select only the traits that we are needed. Okay, for various purposes. One is aesthetic sense. Okay, some of them has high productivity. Some of them has high growth rate. Some of them grows fast. Okay, some of them are drought resilient, right? So various traits are there. So we go for domestication by selecting the traits only that we need and destroy all other things available. So what we are doing currently is the monoculture. Okay, we destroy all the wild varieties because we only need certain traits from each of them, right? If you guys search in Google, you will get it. If you search for different colors of corns, you can see beautiful varieties available. Okay, so this is what we usually do. And also the recent guava, I don't know how you pronounce, guys. Guava. Have you seen the recent variety of guava? How big it is, giant guavas. Yes, that is what we did. That is the domestication we did. You know, guavas are odd, full of seeds, small. This is how the nature guava is. And also two varieties are there, one inside pink, one inside white. So what we did nowadays, we came up with a guava which is so big, giant, okay, and it is fleshy, less seeds, soft, not hard to bite, soft, crisp, fleshy, less seeds. We selected the traits only we wanted from different wild varieties and we constructed our own. That's what we did to dog also, right? German Shepherd, Labrador, Rottweiler, Doberman, Bulldog. You remember? Do you know? I hope you already know, right? This is what we did to dogs also. We tamed them, we domesticated them, we selected certain traits that are favorable to us, and we made some of them for different purposes, right? So, shall we move forward?
Yes, sir.
Technology destroyed nature. Not just technology, actually, we have been doing this for the past 3,000, 4,000 years. Okay, even before that, for that case. When we started agriculture for the first time 6,000 years ago, we started doing all these things. When we started to domesticate animals 7,000, 8,000 years ago, we started doing this. It's not just technology. Even without technology, we humans did it. Because humans are naturally cunning in nature, naturally selfish. That's how humans are. That's why human race survived. When all our ancestors, when all our relatives died, okay, Homo erectus, we eliminated them. Denisovans, we eliminated them. Okay, Neanderthals, we eliminated them. After killing and eliminating all of these, our cousins, we Homo sapiens emerged only because we are cunning in nature, only because we were selfish in nature. Otherwise, all these guys would be available right now. Okay, we killed them, we destroyed them, and that's how Homo sapiens survived. Okay, the white men survived because they killed all the indigenous people of USA. They eliminated the indigenous people of Australia. They eliminated the indigenous people of New Zealand. That's why the Caucasian race survived. Right? That's who we are. The selfish nature and the cunning nature is one thing that made human race survive. Biju, which race are you asking? What race means? I have told different races here. Caucasian. Caucasian means white people. Caucasian means white people. Negro, Negroids. Negroids are the black. Mongoloids, you know, the yellow. Okay, so if I say these things out loud outside, then I'll be termed as a racist. Okay, so Caucasians, Mongoloids, Negroids, Negrotoids, Astroprotoloids, Protoloids, a lot of people are there. Red Indians. Red Indians, Sneha, I'm not currently remembering. Okay, but they are definitely not Caucasians. They belong to different race. Right? So, anyways, that's what we did. We destroyed the natural vegetation of this place. Even before we understood, we destroyed all these things and domesticated. Okay, so this region only one type of grass you can see, lemongrass. Have you heard about this lemongrass? Lemongrass.
Yes, sir.
Yes, people must be aware of it. Room spray, lemongrass, and the fragrance, lemongrass, and also in cooking, lemongrass. See, the Mediterranean people, they have this trait. The trait is they sell everything. They sell all the nonsense that is available there. Okay, that's how they started selling this lemongrass. You can use, they use lemongrass in food, they use lemongrass in toilet freshener, they use lemongrass as room freshener. For everything, they use lemongrass. Lemongrass is nothing but grass that smells like lemon. That's how lemongrass is. Okay, so comes from this region. So whatever is available in Mediterranean region, they'll sell it. Okay, so you know that evergreen coniferous forest is available here. Pines, firs, cedars, cypresses. Okay, you know, needle-shaped leaves, tall, straight trunks. Reason you already know. Okay, to conserve water. Needle-shaped leaves, tall, straight trunks. Okay, to conserve water. And Mediterranean bushes and shrubs. These are the important vegetation. And apart from that, a little grass will be available like lemongrass. And even wherever little grass available, they go for rearing, animal farming. Okay, little region only, not to the great extent. Only a small region of Mediterranean, you can see animal rearing. Even in that animal rearing, these people invented cheese and started selling this entire world. Right? Cheese is pretty costly, right? Cheese, pretty costly, right? Then lemongrass, pretty costly. Olives, damn costly. Oranges, again costly. Almonds, costly. Hazelnut, costly. So why, guys? Why all the products that come from Mediterranean region are costly? Why? Don't worry, the Mediterranean is going to over in just in 5 to 10 minutes. Then we'll wind up the class. Because if I discontinue this, then tomorrow it's difficult to start with the Mediterranean again. So that's why I'm taking little long time effort to grow it. They can only survive on those which interest demand. Actually, these guys made it like a demand. Okay, they actually perpetuated the demand culture. They told olive is the greatest of all the oils. Olive oil is the best oil. Olive oil reduces this. Olive reduces that. All kind of nonsense stories. Okay, orange is good for health. Apple is good for health. Okay, lemons, citrus fruits are really good for health. Cheese is the most wonderful animal product you can get. Okay, they started selling all the nonsense to the people. The truth is, every grass has its own property. Every fruit has its own property. Everything that you see in this world has its own property. Each of them has some antioxidant. Each of them has their own health benefits. Everything have the benefits. Okay, it's not just olive oils. Any oil that you take, it has its own property. Okay, so it's all nonsense. They made it to the world. They started selling the world nonsense, and we started buying nonsense. Simple as that. Exactly, this is what British did to us. See, whatever is available in local, we can eat that. It is as good as that. If watermelon is available for 30 rupees, 2 kgs, then go for watermelon. Why to go for apple, which is 200 rupees per kg? Okay, so everything has its own property. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. No, it is not the case. Okay, all are nonsense. Don't buy into the nonsense of what the Western people are selling to us. Okay, if you are going to buy olive oil for 800 rupees per liter, then we are simply fools of the westernization. Right, anyways. Okay, so the reason is these guys created such a demand through their marketing technologies. Okay, through their marketing and the Western culture, the white culture. Right, anyways. So as I said, viticulture means the wine production. Okay, this is the place where 85% of the world's grapes are produced. This is the place where 90% of the world citrus fruits are produced. This is the place known for orchid farming. That is why Mediterranean regions are known as orchid lands. Okay, orchards land. Okay, wine production, you know about already. The cork production. Okay, they go for transhumance practice. I hope you already know about transhumance practice. The vertical movement of humans. During the summer, they'll go up the hills. During the winter, they'll come down the hills for pastures. Transhumance practice, some of the people produce. Okay, apart from that, since orchards are there, perfume, okay, which we already discussed, perfumes. Okay, so these are the important crops. Apart from that, food crop is wheat. You already know. Okay, so there is nothing more here to discuss about the Mediterranean climate, because you know about the important inventions that happened in Mediterranean climate. Mediterranean climate, as I said, productive in nature. So a lot of important inventions of the world happened in Mediterranean climate. And apart from Mediterranean climate, there is one more climate where a lot of inventions happened. Okay, only 2 climates in the world are very productive in nature, and these 2 regions of the world are the place where the lot of inventions of the world started to happen. Okay, right. So, do you guys have any doubts?
No, sir.
So, what you guys do is, so forever whatever we completed, try to write one page, divide it in such a way, as I said, climate, within climate, you know, temperature, rainfall. Okay, the mean annual range of temperature, the diurnal range of temperature, rainfall, all these things you note under climate. Then flora, what are the adaptations and what kind of flora you can see, fauna, what kind of adaptations, what kind of fauna you can see here. Then people and economy. Is it clear?
Clear, sir.
Right. So once you guys start revising this, it becomes a cakewalk for you. Okay, so it comes to a stage where after reading the first line of the question, you will go for the answer if you are very thorough with it. Okay, because as I said, keywords, there are keywords. Once you know the keyword, there is nothing to change. Okay, just after reading the first line, you can directly go for the answer. That's the beauty of geography one side. Slides, Amal, yeah, sure, today you will get all the slides. Okay, don't worry. Right, so tomorrow your world climatic zones will get over, and after that fringe topics are there. Cyclones, jet streams we already saw. Anyways, just for the revision purpose, jet stream, temperate cyclone, tropical cyclone, and what else? Nothing major available. Okay, so small fringe topics are there that will most probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow will complete that. Okay, so by day after tomorrow the entire climatology will get over. So we will start with Indian geography, right?
Okay, sir. Thank
Okay,
you.
good. So then thank you all. Have a good day.
Sir.